There are 4 key steps that we are going to learn in order to teach perfect technique. In order to make this simple, I'm going to use the analogy of driving a car. When first learning to drive a car, you choose a car that is easy to control, and certainly not a high-performance one. In the gym, this relates to picking initial exercises that are easy and simple to perform. Next, before starting to drive the car, it is important to put the seatbelt on and check the mirrors. This is our initial safety precaution, and in the gym, this is like setting the posture and giving your client the correct safety cues. Once the car is moving, it is all fine and dandy to drive straight, but in order to turn a corner, the steering wheel must be able to turn in order for that to occur. This is the same as having functional range of motion. When clients are training, we must ensure that they have the appropriate range of motion to perform the exercises. Now, as you start pushing the accelerator and the speed increases, it is important to be able to control the car. Weaving all over the road can lead to wear and tear on the car, or worst case, you'll crash it. In strength training, this can be likened to the effects of performing exercises with poor stability or poor joint control. Poor stability can lead to injury and poor performance. When and only when you are confident and able to drive a car safely and effectively, do you start to drive at fast speeds. In the gym setting, this is making reference to adding load or putting the weights up. Before adding more load or making the exercise more complex, the first 3 steps must be mastered. And this is where many people go wrong. They are in such a hurry to go heavy, they forget to do the basics well and end up getting injured. So, let's recap the steps to perfect technique again using a bodyweight squat as an example. Let's look at the posture, the range of movement, stability, and then the load or complexity. So when coaching a client how to do a bodyweight squat, we must firstly teach them about their posture. So we tend to use the following cues: eyes to the horizon, slight chin tuck, shoulder blades down and back, abs on, neutral spine, hips facing forward, soft knees, and feet a little bit hip width apart. Remember to re-cue these postural positions as needed during the actual movement phase of the exercise. Let's now look at range of motion and stability. This relates to what joints should move and how far, and what body parts should stay still. Teach clients to move through a range of motion that is appropriate for them. For a beginner client, it is best to start conservatively until they have established enough strength, stability, and awareness. For example, cue a beginner client to squat down to just around 90 degrees at the knees and hips. As they perform this movement, they need to be able to keep their core braced and hold a strong neutral spine position during both phases of the squat pattern. And this is the stability component. Only once a client has mastered these steps have they earned the right to progress onto a deeper squat with a greater range of motion and more load.